South Africa holds one of the highest unemployment rates on Earth, sitting over 32%. If you count those who gave up searching, it climbs over 40%. Many people assume it is just a lack of effort. But South Africa's job crisis is actually a structural trap built directly into the economy. Pillar 1 is spatial apartheid. Decades ago, millions of people were forcibly moved far outside city centers into outlying townships. That geographic separation still exists today. Townships remain miles away from where the actual corporate jobs and economic hubs are located. Just traveling to a job interview can cost up to 40% of a potential wage. Looking for work bankrupts job seekers before they even start. Pillar 2 is the skills mismatch. Over the last 30 years, the economy shifted away from low-skilled mining and manufacturing toward modern services. Finance, technology, and legal sectors expanded rapidly. However, basic education failed to equip millions of school leavers with those required skills. Every single year, thousands leave school without the technical or digital training needed to step directly into a modern corporate office. Pillar 3 is economic stagnation. Businesses simply cannot hire new workers if the overall economy is not growing fast enough to sustain them. Years of rolling power outages, freight rail bottlenecks, and high operational costs have severely slowed down industrial production across the country. Small businesses, which usually create the majority of entry-level jobs in developing nations, are choked by heavy red tape and rising costs. When a township entrepreneur has to spend their savings on backup generators or compliance, they cannot afford to hire an apprentice. This entire situation is not about a lack of ambition. Millions of South Africans work extraordinarily hard every single day just to survive. Hard work alone cannot erase a 50-kilometer distance to the nearest job market. The spatial setup acts like a permanent tax on the poor. Fixing this crisis requires deliberate structural changes. First, we must build economic hubs and affordable housing closer to where people actually live. Second, public transport must be modernized and subsidized so that searching for employment does not bankrupt young job seekers. Third, basic education must focus heavily on practical technical skills, while regulatory burdens on micro-enterprises are drastically slashed. If South Africa wants to solve its job crisis, it cannot just tell people to try harder. It has to rebuild the map.